Good morning, I'm Kitty, and welcome to Let's Talk. Today we're going to be talking about racial representation in the media and how it differs, how the media can help perpetuate viewpoints based around discrimination, and just all around how the 21st century is changing the way we view, consume, and produce media in regards to race. So I want to introduce my panelists today.
Hi, my name is Leslie.
I'm Kaylee.
I'm Janira.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm really excited to get started with our discussion. So the first thing I want to talk about is movies in the media. Recent movies within the past, I would say 5 to 7 years, that you really feel like have an impact on our discussion on race.
Actually, a good example, I saw the movie The Big Sick. One of the main characters comes from an Arab descent, and during the movie he makes a 9/11 joke. The joke's obviously not funny, but the way that they deliver the message is so lighthearted that the humor is covering up the racism.
Yeah, that's definitely a problem, I feel like, with representation of people of Islamic and Muslim origins, where you're just portrayed as this American viewed stereotype and you're not actually learning about culture.
But on a different note, everyone has seen Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
That movie used their large platform to positively showcase African heritage and culture by including mostly Black cast and crew. So now with this great movie out, Black kids and young and even adults are able to see themselves through the representation of a big Marvel movie.
Yeah, I feel like that's a huge step in the media.
All right, thank you guys for your commentary on movies. I want to move on. I want to transition to music videos.
I want to talk about the music video from the rapper Logic, the music video is called One Day, and it features this family that's trying to cross the border, but it couldn't because they're caught and they're separate. So there's a mother and a son and they're separate, and it goes on showing the son how he grows up without his real mother. He's adopted and stuff, and it's a sad thing, and he kind of put that in there because now today there's a lot of political things that we need to talk about, because we don't want anybody or any child to be separate with their families.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a good way he's bringing out the topic so everybody can talk about it.
Yeah, that's a great video that you brought up. I think it's awesome how they take such a serious problem and put it into a music video, because they're opening up the types of audiences that are viewing this, and they're addressing a problem that not many are aware of.
Definitely. It definitely helps to spread awareness. All right, thank you, Leslie. I also, while we're talking about music videos, I wanted to talk about another one that I feel like is definitely a huge step for spreading awareness on contemporary racial issues. That was Childish Gambino's This Is America, which was super controversial when it came out. It features so much imagery and symbolism. We wouldn't even have enough time to talk about the whole video, but a couple of really key moments, I feel like, where he represents the Charleston church shooting, where he walks into a room and all of these Black women in their church outfits are singing and just peacefully singing, spreading joy, spiritual awareness, and he guns them all down, and then just senselessly continues with the music video, kind of representing how the public just kind of learns about these massacres, learns about these atrocities, these racially charged atrocities, and then just forgets about them and moves on with their lives. And another huge symbol that he did was he was constantly doing this caricatured sort of form with his body, which many have traced back to actually an illustration of the character Jim Crow.
Yeah, in the beginning of the video, he did that.
Yeah, and that's just kind of representing how African Americans have been oppressed over centuries in America.
Yeah, I also saw that video, and what stuck out to me is there's a scene where there's these kids up on a platform and they're videotaping everything that's going on down below them, and it just shows that everyone is so involved in media and worried about documenting what's going around them rather than addressing the problem and actually changing it.
On that note, that's a perfect transition into a discussion on news, how the news treats race, how social media and the news perpetuates different issues based on race.
One of the biggest champions of Black news right now is journalist Sean King. Everyone knows him.
Yeah.
I've heard of him.
Well, he covers a wide range of racial issues through his Instagram account. Recently, King pointed out an incident where Tish Cyrus, Miley Cyrus's mother, she was pictured beside many bags of marijuana. Now, although Tish claimed that these bags weren't hers, this picture caused a lot of controversy because of the many minorities who are incarcerated for
Yeah,
possessing
definitely.
smaller bags of marijuana. So everyone was like, why does she get to be pictured next to these bags while other people are in jail because of this?
Yeah.
It's just not fair.
Yeah, Sean King, I feel like does a great job of, I follow him on Instagram, of pulling out the different ways in which the media, and we're so like conditioned to just consume it and believe every word, but the way it really treats minorities and white people very, very differently.
Well, King also noted that white people with celebrity status, they get to post pictures on social media however they want, unlike his childhood friends who are incarcerated and who have been incarcerated because of this issue.
Yeah, that celebrity status kind of gives them that, like, get out of jail free
Yeah.
card.
Just while we're talking about Sean King, I know that he's restarting the North Star,
That's great.
which was Frederick Douglass's abolitionist newspaper in the 1800s in the South, and he is like really trying to champion diversity. His staff, he's hiring like a very diverse staff. He's going to cover a wide range of Black issues, because if you think about it, there's really no Black news outlet out there today. They're all white news outlets.
I think that the representation of like race in media is definitely changing and it's improving, but there's still a lot of room for it to grow.
Definitely.
For sure.
There's a lot of things that need to change before it is essentially perfect.
Yeah, I definitely think it's like a discourse. It's like a work in progress. Things
Yes.
just need to be, it just needs to continue to be talked about, and like this, like we're doing today, like
Yeah.
talking about it and just working through different issues that we have.
Yeah.
All right, guys, awesome job. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank
much
you.
for joining me in our discussion. If you guys have any like just last minute like points like to sum up what you're taking from today.
Well, I'm excited to see how society and media progresses in a direction that positively showcases minorities and other underrepresented individuals.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with them, and I'm hopefully in the future we could see more things changing over time.
All right, thanks guys, and I look
Thank
forward
you.
to our
Thank you.
next episode.